Like, go ahead, I got you.
No. Hey, slow it down. Bass lines and beats, rapping with my man, Kid on the board. You know I'm a fan. I'm a stand up guy. Real fly with the shirt, that's why. Big Worms ice cream on my shirt. Got the tight jeans, getting work. Yo, this is the first podcast of the year. Be in fear. Listen to what's coming through your ears. Yeah. All year, bass lines and beats taking over waves, doing our thing, creating the craze. Oh, I still got it.
I'm the master of disaster. I rhyme real fast, and sometimes I rhyme slow because I be getting tired, man. It's, you know.
And shut up.
What up, what up, what up? I am Javon Berry.
I am Zamar Thompson.
And this is the Bass Lines and Beats podcast.
Your one-stop shop for hoops, hip-hop, and everything related to the culture.
As always, we want to give a shout out to the Baseline Squad. Thank you guys for all the support so far, man. We really appreciate all the likes, all the comments, all the shares. We really, really appreciate it. If you're down with the movement, if you're rocking with the team, we appreciate you. If not, please do us a favor and go follow us on Facebook.
Follow.
Go follow us on Facebook at Baseline Pod, on IG at Baselines and Beats, on SoundCloud at Baselines and Beats. And hey man, we got to work on that little after the YouTube thing where you point down at the screen. Yeah. Subscribe here.
We gotta figure out what we put in the button.
Yeah. So we gonna work on that. But follow us on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Comment all that, man. And one more time, a big shout out to our producers over here at the Content House, man. We really appreciate y'all. One Stop Media Shop, podcast, music, all your media needs, pictures, recording studio. Come see them. They over here in South Holland. Z, man, we getting heavy, man. But what are we getting into today?
Hey, first off, man, before we get started, man, Happy New Year to you, brother.
Happy New Year, brother.
I ain't seen you all yet, man.
Yeah, okay, man. I knew one person was gonna do it. I have successfully avoided. It's the sixth. I've avoided this joke for like 6 days, and
well, you weren't gonna get a whole week into the year.
Man, G, Happy New Year, brother.
I'm glad I could be the first. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yo, so we got the first returns for these for the All-Star voting.
Yeah, man, it's serious business, man.
Of course your homie Steph is leading the votes for the backcourt in the West, but right behind him though, Derrick Rose.
That's the thing I'm most excited about.
Chi-Town, stand up.
See D Rose out here, man. After everything he been through,
yeah.
To see him get this love and support from the fans, it's amazing, bro.
Yeah,
it's absolutely amazing. Everything. I was like, I seen that, and I'm like, yo, like I ain't really pay attention to nobody else. I think Brian like
you said yo like that.
Yo, oh, that's the South Side, yo.
That's like the South Bronx, yo.
Well, you know.
Yow.
Okay, that's Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, that's what you did.
But that's Brooklyn. Man, I ain't finna get into this with you, man. Come on,
ain't from New York.
But to see D Rose, man, it was super duper dope, super duper solid. Like I said, Brian is the overall leading vote getter, right?
Yeah.
Luka Doncic. What you think about that?
I like Luka game. I'm not sure he's he should be a starter first year.
Yeah.
If he make it to the All-Star game, I'm cool with it because I would have been cool if they put Ben Simmons in the last year.
Okay.
Overall didn't, whatever. But I like Luka game a lot. I'm a big Luka Doncic fan. I'm not sure how to say the name.
Yeah.
Boy, he cold. But
I think he stole your step back from high school or something like that, didn't he?
Yeah, man, I'm a little jealous, but I mean, if he out here perfecting it, I can't even be mad because I was in gym class killing everybody with that one.
Word, I remember.
They couldn't hold me.
I don't remember all that, but I remember.
You do. You just that's because you transferred.
That's what it was.
Yeah, not you ain't see the next 3 years of my step back when I got it popping for real.
You stupid.
Hey, in the East though, okay. D Wade is
I like it, man. I'm a D Wade fan. I know this is his last year, and if it's for the fans, give it to D Wade.
So you cool with
I'm cool with it,
the
man.
lifetime achievement starter position?
Give it to the man.
Okay.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with seeing him. It's a fan game. This is something that we get together and watch. This is gonna be our last time to see D Wade. Now the thing is, these are the first returns. We don't know we got the usual suspects. You got your LeBrons, your Stephs, your KDs, Greek Freak, and Joel Embiid, Kyrie, Luka, D Wade, and even D Rose. I want D Rose in there before anybody.
For sure.
But remember, like last year, the year before, Zaza Pachulia was leading go-getters, and then he didn't even make it. I don't know what it is about the first return sometimes.
I do think well obviously with that it's they also these are just like fan votes. Whatever.
Yeah,
so
it's not counting the media.
Like the media and coaches and players. I think they get a vote too, right?
Nah, but the fans decide the starters.
Right. Okay.
Like the people who are there, and then the media and everybody gonna do whatever.
Yeah, but I think D Rose did enough to get a position on the team this year, whether he get voted in by the fans or by coaches or whatever. I can't necessarily say the same for Luka.
Okay.
D Wade though, when I seen it, I was like, yo, I'm happy for D Wade. Because like D Wade is like probably like in my top 5 of my favorite all time players.
Right.
I wasn't like too ecstatic because I always hate to see like you give them that position based off of like a lifetime achievement based instead of just what they done this year.
But that's what the game is.
Yeah, no, but the thing is like after like looking at like who's behind them, like as far as like the next couple guards that could have a spot is
like, come on, son. It's D Wade. It's D Wade.
Yeah, give it to D Wade.
Give it to D Wade. Last year, give it to D Wade.
Let Flash had that, man.
I'm absolutely with you, man. Surprised that D Rose or Luka got more votes than Harden or Westbrook or AD.
I'm a little bit surprised because over the years, Derrick Rose with these injuries and stuff, man, you got a lot of people who've been making memes.
It's a lot of y'all cats out here.
A lot of y'all.
A lot of y'all suckers.
Making all these jokes saying like D Rose, oh man, he got weak knees, paper knees.
A lot of y'all some suckers.
Gone. Cause my boy back and he back on top. He doing his thing and he's a starter right now.
Big facts, no cap.
What the kids say?
Merch.
Shit.
I'm telling your mama you cussing.
I'm telling your mama you out here talking trendy.
She don't like that.
She don't.
But
I know your mama.
Yeah, but, hey, man. But yeah, man. I just think it's super super dope. Other than that, it's no real other surprises on it.
Not really,
right?
Well, Luka got more votes than KD.
Yeah, he did get more votes than KD. But you know what, man? I don't understand.
You know what? It might not be a surprise because people just hate that Kevin Durant's so good at basketball.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of is.
But do people hate it though?
I think so. I know a couple people who hate it. I know a member of this podcast who hate it. I know a guest who was once here. One of our many guests was on this podcast at one time. Who hated?
I'm not gonna let you do that to my man if he ain't here.
I'm talking about you, sucker. KD hating sucker. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, man, I don't know. The KD hate is real for whatever reason. Every time he posts anything online or any pictures get posted, it's a whole bunch of snake memes or whatever or whatever stuff is going on. I don't know what's up with the fans, man.
Cupcake.
Hey, so what you I feel like the boy James Harden might be making the case for MVP out here.
Man, James, he cooking right now, man.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't even mad at it. I mean, it's a lot of talk about his performance and all that kind of stuff. Historic run. I think he matched Michael Jordan for like second most like 40 or 30-point games or something in a row.
It's like 35-point games or something like that.
And that's like when you on par with Mike, you always doing something great. I'm good. I'm watching it and I'm happy to see it. It's good basketball. Especially they beat the Warriors.
Yeah.
With no Chris Paul,
no CP,
missing half the team. You know what I'm saying? No Eric Gordon. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's crazy.
That shot he had,
like him by himself, and he hit that shot.
He been playing out of his mind.
And then not only did he hit the shot, but he cooked the whole team though. Like they threw like every defender they could at him.
Yeah,
he cooked everybody.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
Nah, it's been ridiculous, man. He like 11-2 in the last 13. He pulled him out the bottom of the standings into a top 5 seed right now, something like that. So he's definitely been making the case for it.
Is he the front runner though?
It's tough.
That's the real question.
It's tough. The way he been playing, man, is. I mean, Greek Freak still there because they still got the best overall record in the league, right?
Who?
Milwaukee. Yeah, I think it's still Milwaukee.
They got the best record in the
I
league.
think they have the best overall record in the league. I think it's Milwaukee, then Denver, then Toronto.
I thought Toronto had it.
Milwaukee is leading. Milwaukee leading right now.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I know, as far as I'm checking, I checked like this morning or something like that.
I trust you.
Yeah. So Greek Freak has been playing out of his mind, but I think this resurgence that James Harden has had and turning his team around, it's like neck and neck, man. It's like neck and neck.
Yeah, my thing. I did have the Greek Freak as my front runner for MVP, but I feel like James Harden he's already the defending league MVP right now.
Word.
And I feel like if you're gonna come and you're gonna take the crown, if it's any question left, you ain't got the crown. Like you gotta snatch that from him. And if James Harden playing out his mind like this, being the reigning MVP, I feel like he
going back to back.
He might go back to back. I feel like there's a good chance that he go back to back. And honestly, if they gave out the trophy right now and they gave it to James, I wouldn't even be mad.
I wouldn't be salty at it because he been snapping.
I'd be a little upset because I want my man Greek Freak to excel because I'm a big fan of what
he been doing this thing.
But I wouldn't be outraged if they gave it to James though.
No, I wouldn't be salty if he got it at all. James Harden top 5?
Top 5 in the league right now.
Yeah, because we ain't have him in none of our initials.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, it depends. It depends on how you looking at it. Because
is James Harden better than Kawhi Leonard?
Nah, offensively,
no.
yeah.
Well, obviously,
offensively, no question.
But does his lack of defense make up like the total package? Is his extreme offense and lack of defense better than Kawhi's offense and defense? Because I don't think he's top 5 yet.
I don't either. But I mean, it just depends on the conversation you're having. Because like oftentimes, like MVP and best player ain't always the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because like clearly James Harden is an MVP.
Well, can the if you the MVP, wouldn't you think that you would? I guess not necessarily. You wouldn't be a top 5 player because would Steve Nash ever a top 5 player in the league? I don't know.
I mean, if we going based off just best player, like it is at least twice where he snubbed Kobe.
You hear that? Y'all hear that?
I give him that.
Do y'all hear that? Z just said Kobe should have at least 3 MVP awards. Big facts, no cap.
What the kids say?
You know, stupid. But yeah, man, I don't think he's top 5, but he's definitely top 10.
Question for you though.
Yo,
how you feel about everybody saying that your man?
Come on, man.
Is,
come on, man.
Well, you know I'm going, but
come on, man.
Let me get the question out. They trying to say James Harden is the best offensive player.
Oh, that's what you saying?
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. I know what you're saying. Yeah, no, man.
This guy.
The 3 people that I heard say it was Mike D'Antoni, Daryl Morey, Chris Paul.
Facts.
All Houston Rocket people.
Big
right?
Facts.
James Harden is not the best scorer of all time. This era allows him to get away with so much.
Okay.
With his free throws.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? He wouldn't be able to do this early 90s, mid 90s, late 90s, even part of the early 2000s. He wouldn't be able to, like with a hand check, you're not able to do a lot of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then his move set, like to be in the conversation of greatest offensive player or greatest scorer of all time, you got to have like an array of moves. He's not there with Kobe. Footwork, pull-up shots, shooting, just athleticism. He's not there with Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that. I love James Harden, but a lot of his moves is cross, either step back, jumper, or cross, hit the lane, boom.
Cross.
You know what I mean? Lay it. And it's effective. He's scoring. He's doing his thing. I love watching him. Greatest score of all time. You talking about Kobe, who went on the tear, had 4 50-point games in a row, 81-point game. Mm-hmm. Averaged 35 for a season. You talking about Mike, who got 10 scoring titles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's other scores is better than James Harden.
Yeah, and I don't even think James Harden is a better scorer than Kevin Durant. I don't think James Harden is a better scorer than Kevin Durant.
I don't think so either, though.
I don't think James Harden is a better scorer than Kevin Durant.
With your argument, I don't like how we compare eras and everything because that's like something that's beyond the player's control.
No, fair.
Like it's not like James Harden can change the rules like that. Like he has to play with the rules, but that's how he gets most of his buckets though.
It's all free throws.
Right. So I don't like you say when he played whatever. It's a tween cross, and you don't do that because your fillet was bad.
You a hater, bro.
Nah, I'm just saying.
I got a lot of good comments on that fillet, by the way. I appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Javon's granny. But anyway,
my granny in this.
Anyway, but yeah, it's tween cross, step back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if not that, then he gonna wait for you to stick your hand in the cookie jar and swing through, and now it's a foul on you. And he wasn't really shooting it, but the ref saw it that way.
Yeah.
If not that, then he gonna Euro to the lane. If it's clear, he gonna get the bucket. If not, then if anybody down there, it's a foul.
If you sneeze,
it's a foul.
If you wink,
foul.
If you fart,
foul.
And that's how you get most of his buckets. So
because people farting on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I can't give you the best scorer ever.
Who's the best scorer right now? Who's the best scorer right now? Is James Harden the best scorer in the league right now?
Nah, he might be like maybe possibly best one-on-one player.
You think he's the best ISO player?
Maybe. But I think the best, I don't know, because it probably equate to the best scorer or whatever.
Kind of.
But
who's the best scorer in the league right now?
I gotta give it to KD.
You think KD's best scorer?
Yeah.
You smart.
Because I feel like Kevin Durant can go out on the floor and get any bucket.
Just anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
James Harden just doesn't have that. Like his skill set is not that. And then you add the fact that Kevin Durant is literally like 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
It's like having a 7'2" guard.
Yeah. So nah. Your man in the news back again, man. Your man.
Who that?
Is it your man Kanye, man. He started out the new year tweeting his support for Donald Trump. And before I get into it, I want to know what you think about it overall.
About Kanye's support of Trump?
Yeah.
I honestly I feel like I'm not sure if this is Kanye's doing or if this is like something that like him and his team came up with this like vision of what Kanye could be doing.
Yeah.
But I feel like on some level it does like make sense, like the reasons that he has for supporting Trump as far as like I won't be bullied or this hat stands for this, that, and the third or whatever.
Okay.
But overall, I think the shit dumb as hell.
Right.
Because it's like Trump don't stand for nothing, for nobody that look like me and you or Kanye or Kanye's children for that matter.
Word.
And like I get like, you know, you want this hat to represent a certain thing.
Yeah.
And it don't represent it don't represent that at all. It's like, you know, it's like the complete opposite.
Yeah, it's dangerous on a lot of different parts. And I think people of our generation, people of our age group can give a unique perspective that the generation before us and the generation after us couldn't give, right?
Right.
So Kanye came out in 2003. College Dropout came out in 2003. He was 8th grade transitioning into high school. At that time, you think of the hottest hip-hop artists, right? Jay-Z's retiring. It's kind of leading towards like the tail end of DMX.
50 coming in.
50 coming in, and 50 became the hottest rapper, right?
Right.
So think about this for a second. The hottest rapper is someone who's a street rapper. Sold the image of getting shot, rocking bulletproof vests, ex-drug dealer, whatever. Seen that so many times, even from the late 90s to the early 2000s. You had Jay, you had DMX, mid 90s, you had Pac, you know, B.I.G. So whatever lifestyle, it kind of seemed like the norm, right? That's what it was. So a lot of people who wanted to rap and be on a mainstream level kind of felt like, okay, I gotta do this street persona, even if that wasn't me.
Right.
In the Kanye West, 2003, right? Through the Wire comes out, we start seeing other stuff, and people are starting to take notice. Like, this is somebody who is telling you it's okay to be yourself. I'm not a street cat. You know, I wear straight leg jeans. I got 2 polos. I wear backpacks, and I like beats and music or whatever. That message that I received from it, being somebody of that age at that time, oh, okay, it's cool. I'm not a street cat. Regardless of where I grew up at, I'm not a street cat. So I can still spit and be like this and still have mainstream. Because be clear, we had examples of rappers who weren't like that. Mm-hmm. But they like backpacks. You know, you got your Commons, your Qualies, your Mos Defs, all them. They didn't have the mainstream success. So I see this cat, you telling me I can sell millions of records and just be a normal cat. And then other people start seeing that because fruit from that tree, you got your Lupe fiascos. Yeah. Remember when Lupe first came out and everybody like, oh man, look at this dude skateboard, this nerd, right, or whatever, right? And everybody was trying to compare him and Lil Wayne. And then in 2008, all Wayne is doing is skateboarding. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Kanye, for more or less, kind of started that wave of it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be a little weird. You got your Lupes from it. You got your Kid Cudis, your J. Cole's, your Wale's, your Kendrick Lamar's, your Drake's. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to...
All of the creators.
Yeah. So in my mind, you got this big influence, right? You got this influence on black youth, black men in particular. And we rocking with them, right? When Katrina happened, when he got up there on the telethon and did the Bush don't like black people, when we see all people who look like us struggling, right? We see them on rooftops and everything for days dying. He get up there and say this. We like, oh man, we really rocking with him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's how much he meant to us, for people who look like us, for people in our generation growing up, more or less.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's a hero.
It's this guy who's making music. Yeah, he a little eccentric. Yeah, he wild out at times, but we know he for us. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So to see him get up and show support for someone who represents none of that is incredibly dangerous, because you already had this hold on black youth and white youth. But I'm just talking about us in particular.
Right.
You already had this hold. So you putting on this hat that says "Make America Great Again," right? What does that mean? When was America great? Because you got to rewind the times, right? If you're making it great again,
talk about it.
You said, you know what I'm saying? You're not saying it is great when Barack was in office, so it's not great from 08 to 16. You're not saying it when Bush was in office. You're always talking about Bush. You're not talking about Clinton. You're going from the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. The more you go back, the worse it becomes for me and you, right? The more you go back, you get to the 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, the worse it becomes for people who look like us. That's what that hat represents. It's white supremacy. That hat represents white supremacy. So for you to put on that hat and say, I'm throwing my support behind this man, it's telling me inadvertently, indirectly, whatever, you're supporting white supremacy. And that's why the rhetoric is dangerous. Regardless if you're trying to do, I'm going to flip this whole thing. It's certain things you can't flip on the side and make for none else. I can't take a swastika and go to Germany and says this means black power now. No.
Right.
This is a symbol for Nazis. You can't do this. You got all these people who feel empowered when this man came in office, right? We seen the marches in Charlottesville where all the KKK members got together. All the neo-Nazis, the alt-right, all of them got together because he's in office. You know what I mean? They threw a celebration. You started seeing increases in terrorism and violence and Muslim people being attacked. You start seeing Hispanic people being attacked. You start seeing more of us being attacked. And you put on this hat. It's dangerous. Why would you do that?
It's Kanye just being very irresponsible with his image and his star right now.
Dog, it's ridiculous. And this is what, when people say that or just say it's not just music, like, you got to understand stuff is a system. This country is built on a system. This is why I say it's important to get involved in politics, because you have to know what's going on. Like, you have to know what's going on. So for him to support this man who constantly, time and time again, reaffirms how he feels about people of color, I'm damn near ready to wash my hands with the situation, bro. As much as I loved his music, Lord knows I do. I can't, like, in good faith. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, how can I say I'm for somebody's rights and you showing your support for somebody who's not for it? It's like heartbreaking almost.
Yeah, it's tough
to see it, but I don't know. What I'm supposed to do?
Super duper tough, man. Another tough situation like that though is speaking of fallen Chicago stars. Lifetime, they just came out with the Surviving R.Kelly documentaries. The whole series is 6 episodes over 3 nights. There's a lot of conversation going on about it, and I'm very interested to hear what you got to say about the documentary. And I want to know how you feel about all of the people. I know you've been seeing it on your timeline. People who kind of have a blind eye to the situation as far as like R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And how they blaming the victims and whatnot.
So first and foremost, sitting down watching the documentary, obviously some stuff we didn't know. Some stuff we did know, some stuff we didn't know.
Right.
We was young when a lot of the major stuff happened.
Mm-hmm.
So to see it again and it get explained to us when we're adults was shocking, to say the least. Man, we've known for a long time that R. Kelly is a sick individual.
Mm-hmm.
Like, messed up individual. The part of the documentary when they talk about the Aaliyah segment, her being 15, and it never clicked that he wrote "Age ain't nothing but a number." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, if you listen to that song, that's like creepy, right? Like you can't even listen to it.
When I was watching the documentary, like I was just thinking about it, like age ain't nothing but a number was a little before my time.
Yeah.
And I just always heard age ain't nothing but a number,
Yeah.
just the chorus part. But when the dude was like, yo, this song is about a young girl trying to convince an older man to go all the way with her. And I'm just like, what?
And he wrote the song.
He wrote the song.
That's why. So it buzzed me out that all these signs were there. And I think one of the things that's most frustrating is the people that turn a blind eye to everything.
Mm-hmm.
His tour manager, after they found out he was having sex with Aaliyah, his tour manager got on there and was the person who forged his documents, the marriage certificate, so they can get married over here in Cook County. Changed it from her being 15 to 18 years old. Mm-hmm. You knew the man was sleeping with an underage girl. You knew it was wrong, and you still turned a blind eye to it.
And this was in the 90s.
And that represents a deeper issue, man, when it's like, for some reason, a lot of the times when people try to talk about sexual assault or see it, they just sweep it under the rug, especially when it comes to black girls.
Yeah.
And when I see these comments online from these people, it I dead ass get angry, because I'm like, yo, people are saying like, oh, he might have did this, but I still got to bump 12 play. I still got to bump TP2. And it's wild to me, because would you have them same thoughts if that was your daughter or niece or cousin? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if that personally happened to you, would you still be like, yeah, he might have did this to Shirley, but bump and grind still be rocking? It's bogus. Like, it's just bogus. And I'm seeing all these people blaming the girls also. You fast. Why would you even be with a man like that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You gonna blame? Would you if it was just a predator in your neighborhood and they got your daughter, you gonna blame your daughter? That's wild. Like, I don't understand people's logic. These are young girls. And instead of saying that somebody who's really talented with a pen is also a child predator, you gonna blame the children. How can you blame the children for it? I don't understand it, y'all. I don't care how good the music is, and you know what we grew up at. Like, nigga, we grew up on I Believe I Can Fly. That was on Space Jam.
Like literally every time you graduate,
that's
I
the
believe
song.
I Can Fly.
That's the song.
Every
I wish. He has tons of hits. It don't matter, bro. Like, watching this documentary is infuriating, bro, and seeing the responses online from a lot of people is even more so.
You know what part like really bothers me about it?
What's that?
Is listening, like watching the documentary. The judge in his trial, was talking about it, and he was just like, you know, of course, Sparkle, her niece, she never confirmed that was her on the tape.
Right.
Her family said it wasn't her, even though it was probably her.
Yeah.
And all these other people was coming forward saying, you know, what's going on in the situation and all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The judge is just like, oh, well, I didn't believe that they were telling the truth.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because I hate to bring this into this conversation on this podcast.
Bring it in.
Whatever, but everybody else want to do it, so I'm gonna do it too.
Bring it in.
If these was white girls, would it be like, oh, well, I didn't believe that.
It wouldn't be.
And
it wouldn't be at all.
The crazy thing to me about it is people always say, like, I've been seeing, especially today too, what's the difference between R.Kelly and Hugh Hefner?
Bro,
like that.
What does that have to do?
Like trying to say because R. Kelly's black, we as black people shouldn't be trying to tear him down. That's like the weakest and sickest excuse for R. Kelly's behavior.
I'm looking at you a little funny.
R. Kelly like clearly has a problem. Like he was doing it with Aaliyah. He peed on the girl in the video. He's clearly he met a underage girl at the trial.
It's just the crazy.
That's bold as hell. Like I'm on trial for possibly molesting and urinating on teenage girls, but I'm gonna meet a teenage girl here and continue what I'm doing.
That's wild.
And it's like people, the same energy that we have is as a whole to say, oh man, well, even though he probably did do it, and you know, we don't have no facts to say that he did, so I'm gonna just continue to support R. Kelly and do this. That's the same exact energy that somebody have when you ask, oh, I don't understand how Trump can say grab him by the pussy and still vote for him.
You're doing the same thing.
That's the same exact energy.
That is a good ass point.
That like, to me, that's beyond sick. Like the dude clearly has a problem, and he's attracted to younger women. He know it. His brothers know it. The people in his camp know it.
Yep.
And he been doing this. It's 2019. He been doing this since the 90s.
Since like 91.
And probably before that.
Probably before that. Because be clear, a lot of the girls didn't make it to this documentary. They didn't get everybody.
Right.
Yo.
And it's like this has been going on for years, for generations.
Generations.
And everybody want to do is sweep it under the rug
and just like turn a blind eye to it. It's ridiculous, but it's a deeper issue, and I don't understand the whole, oh man, you know, it's hard for me to separate music and stuff. That's bullshit. And I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You remember when Frank Ocean first came out?
Yep.
You remember when Novocaine dropped?
Mm-hmm.
You remember how that was buzzing everywhere?
That's my jam.
Frank Ocean was next, right? Mm-hmm. We kicking, we riding everywhere. When Nostalgia Ultra dropped, that mixtape, to this day, that's one of my favorite mixtapes of all time. Cold. I love it. I know, it was real. I really love that mixtape. Then Thinking About You came out. People was vibing to it, right?
Right.
Man, that joint hard, man. Tornado in it, right? We bump into it. Then he pens a letter and says he's bisexual. Then you see a lot of more, oh, I can't listen to this. He's gay. And it's like, bro, you telling me you can't listen to somebody else's music because of his choices with who to be with? Like you separate that, but somebody where you have evidence of somebody writing songs about sleeping with younger women.
Yeah.
But you're okay to listen to that. And that's like a deeper conversation, man. I made a Facebook status a few days ago, and I wanted, and I talked about it. It's two things in the black community that I really want to discuss, and that's the amount of homophobia in this community and why we still support R. Kelly. the homophobia conversation we're gonna have to have another time. Is so many layers, but it just shows like y'all was able to stop listening to Frank Ocean because he may or may not be gay, or who he chooses to be with, which is complete bullshit. But you know R. Kelly is a pedophile or a statutory rapist or whatever, but you still choose to listen to him. What does that say about you? What does that say about, like, dog?
It's tough because, like you say, people just turning a blind eye to it because it's like you're not gonna listen to Frank Ocean no more because he say that he's bisexual, and he likes men and women. Oh, I ain't listening to think about you no more.
I can't do that.
I ain't doing that. But like think about the fact R. Kelly is attracted to younger women, right?
Right.
Think about how sick that makes. What's the name of the song? Age ain't nothing but a number, right? Think about how sick that makes. It seems like you're ready. That's like that's nuts. That's a bona fide like R&B hit, right?
Like if a Predator could sing,
right,
he would write those songs.
Like you think about like how good the song is, right? But then think about the person who wrote this song.
Yeah,
is writing a song for a 12, 13, 14-year-old girl.
That's wild, man.
That is nuts.
It
ain't the same song no more.
That's pretty much it for this week's episode of the Basslines and Beats podcast. If you've been rocking with us, cool. If not, please follow us on Facebook at Bassline Pod, on IG at Basslines and Beats, and please subscribe on YouTube to get exclusive content for the podcast.
Also, make sure you leave in comments. Let us know how you feel about all these types of situations. We've been talking about R. Kelly. We talked about Kanye, James Harden's run. We talked about the All-Stars. Let us know how you feel about all this kind of stuff. Leave us a comment. Talk to us. We love to hear from y'all.
Love to hear from you. That's a wrap for this week's episode, man. I am Javon Berry.
I'm Jamar Tompkins.
This is the Basslines and Beats podcast. We'll be back. Salute.
Peace.